All right, hey, my name is Jacob Seigel-Boettner. I'm a documentary filmmaker from Berkeley, California, here in Seattle to show my film With My Own Two Wheels at the Gates Foundation. It's basically a documentary about the bike as a tool for social change around the world. It features World Bicycle Relief and some other really cool bike development organizations. Current project, a little bit more local. I'm doing a documentary about the NorCal High School Mountain Bike League and the National Interscholastic Cycling Association, trying to bring the bike use back to the U.S. so we can practice what we preach internationally. So great to be here, get out on a ride, one of the perks of the job.
Yeah, and we're riding to Alki Beach today near Hugger HQ. So I watched the film today. I was really moved by it, and I'll talk more about that in the post, especially the scene with the Indian girls in school. So what moved you the most about making that film?
I think it was just seeing what something that I grew up with, the bike, could do for people who didn't necessarily take it for granted growing up. I mean, I biked to school when I was a kid, but if I wanted to ride for my mom because it was raining, that was always an option. For Bharati, the girl in India who we filmed, without a bike, she literally wouldn't be able to go to school because...
And she would have been married off, and that was the rest of her life, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I think the most moving part was seeing the impact that something that was a toy for me could have for these kids my age around the world. And then coming back to Santa Barbara, where I grew up, we shot a segment about a young man who was my age, who grew up in a very different side of town, and it was sort of humbling to see how there are these very same inequalities in our own communities, and the bike can address those as well. So,
that's right. When Interbike goes to Vegas, I always get out in town and ride. It's the same thing. I don't think it's people ignoring it. I just don't think they think about or see these. I don't know if they're really invisibles, but they're the people that are biking to work because that's the only mode of transportation they have.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them in Vegas. All those people that are working in casinos, most of them are on bikes in Vegas.
No, I mean, in Santa Barbara, somebody was telling me that we had like 5% of the population commutes to work, and half of those people are people who commute to work because they literally don't have a car and can't pay bus fare or anything like that. So there's definitely a huge impact bikes can have in our own communities, and sometimes it's not as sexy to talk about that and do fundraising for that, but we always like to remind people the bike can make a difference globally and locally.
Well done, and I'm going to wrap this up. This is very meta for me to be filming a filmmaker, but we'll wrap this up. Thanks, man.
All right, thank you.